everybody. Today we're going to draw your mother or your father cooking. At my house, whenever we saw our father in the kitchen, we would run and jump into the car and drive away to a baseball game because the only thing my father liked to cook was chitlins. And chitlins is just another name for hog guts. So we didn't want to eat any chitlins because they were so stinky. So whenever we saw my dad in the kitchen, we would run away. But when my mother was in the kitchen, she was always making something very tasty. So here we go. I'm going to draw my mom, but you can draw your dad if you want to. Here's an oval for the head, a nose, eye, a mouth, and an ear. Next step, neck, a body, two legs, 2 feet. Next step, diagonal, 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 diagonal. These are my mother's arms. Next step, let's see what she's doing. I'm going to do vertical, horizontal, vertical, vertical, horizontal, horizontal. I believe that's my mother's stove. Next step, I see something's on the stove. It's a pot. And my mother's cooking something very delicious. So diagonal and diagonal. Here is the top of the pot. It's a skinny oval. Now my mother's hand is here. It's an oval and her fingers are wrapped around a spoon. So diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. And the spoon is going into the pot because she's stirring the spoon and making something delicious. Now here's the handle of the pot. It's horizontal, horizontal, and this is an oval. This is my mother's hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her fingers are wrapped around the handle of the pot, and these lines continue here, diagonal, diagonal, and vertical. So this hand is holding the spoon to stir the food in the pot, and this hand is holding the handle of the pot. Now my mother's hair was kind of like mine, so I'm going to draw her hair like mine. But you can draw your mother's hair however you want. Now my mother always wore an apron when she was cooking, so I'm going to give my mom an apron. Horizontal and diagonal and horizontal and vertical. That's my mother's apron. She didn't like to get her clothes dirty when she was cooking. So she always wore an apron when she was cooking. And guess what? I do too, because I'm a lot like my mother. I don't like getting my clothes dirty when I cook either. And there you have it. There's my mother cooking dinner. Whoopsie, I forgot the rest of the handle of the spoon. There it is. Thanks everybody.